Back here at Hobart High School, my name is Mike Dewan with the Region Sports Network, and now I am joined by our final guest here, head coach Eric Schreiber, Jr. Coach, it's been a minute since I think we've seen you last summer.
Yeah.
It's a lot has happened, but how are you doing heading into 2025?
Great, man. We're ready to hit a different color jersey and just get after it in 2025.
No doubt about it. Talking about 2024 first, your first full season as the head coach. A tale of two seasons. It was kind of some growing pains, we could say, to start. That's a tough start to the schedule. Two Dillon opponents rolling right into conference play. But you guys share the NCC title, and then on this field, I hate to bring up bad memories, but played a New Prairie team, played them very, very tough, lost by a point. You guys get through that game, you shake up the whole sectional. What did you see from your squad last year? I know it was kind of a youth movement as well, especially defensively as well as under center. But a lot of things to look forward to, I'd say, come 2025.
Yeah, I think it was about putting it all together. We had some sophomores that had to step up in roles that maybe they weren't necessarily ready for against two Duneland opponents week 1 and 2, but they grew up as the season progressed, obviously getting into conference play, and we closed the gap with New Prairie, and that was kind of we wanted to obviously win that game, but to see that growth and the maturation from the prior 2 years to that year, especially with the way it kind of started, we kind of felt like, hey, okay, we wanted to win this game, and that's obviously the goal. But obviously, what we had been implementing, the things that we'd been doing, was working, and now it's about finishing some of those games, right? Like you think about Hanover Central and the Morton game. There were a lot of games last year that we felt like it could have went our way. And it didn't, and now it's about making sure that those things happen this year.
I know you've had some full off seasons as in different roles with this program with the kids, but this was your first full off season as a head coach. How maybe was that a benefit to you now heading into this season?
Yeah, I think it's huge in terms of like finding out and really knowing who we have coming into August. The kids get to know me a little bit more in this position. The program implementing some of our off-season stuff throughout the year. You get a full year of that, and so now from year 1 to year 2, now we've got a full year under our belt with this group of kids and with our incoming freshmen and our middle school program, getting our youth programs together. So it's been really productive. And it's definitely slowed down quite a bit.
Yeah, but it's been a busy summer for you guys. Talk about the plans you've had. I know you've had a couple Oramas here. Took a trip down to Crawfordsville. What has happened all this summer for the Rickies?
Yeah, so in June we wrapped up our June segment with a Wabash team camp. So we faced Westfield, Lafayette, Jeff, Maryville, and McCutcheon. And that was a great time for our kids, for us as a program, but for the kids and coaches to be away from the facility, be away from home for a little bit, get to know each other more, do some team bonding stuff, and then also compete against some of the best programs in the state. And so we really found out then, like, all right, hey, like, we can do this. This is we are capable, and it was great. It was a great learning experience for our kids. And then we come home, took a 2-week break, and then came home in July and hosted Michigan City, Hammond Central, and Whiting here, which was very productive. And then went to Valpo and took on Valpo, Griffith, and West Lafayette. Some quality opponents, some teams that are always pretty tough. So it was a really good experience for our kids, and we learned and grew, and some guys that we need to step up this year, just like every year, really grew in those scrimmages, and it was really, really good to see.
One of those pieces of the youth movement and someone that's had an eventful summer is your presumed starting quarterback, Alex Tatum, going into his junior season. He took a trip to the Manning Passing Academy. As a former quarterback and a student of that academy yourself, what obviously going to something like that, you could talk about how that experience is, but the growth of him now entering his second full season under the position, what is expected of him this fall?
Yeah, I think when you think about the Manning Passing Academy, it's truly a really, really good football camp. Like, you get a ton of reps as a quarterback for him. I suggested it to him a couple years ago, or maybe last year, and he went down and did it. And then obviously this year doing it again. You get a bunch of reps. You get to learn from all the best quarterbacks in the country, obviously Peyton Manning and Eli himself and his brother Cooper, and it's a really good time, but you also get a lot of work in. For him, coming now into year 2 as a quarterback, the game has slowed down tremendously for him. From throughout the summer, heading into August now, he's hitting on things that last year maybe he was a little late. And that just comes with it. The game's real fast as a sophomore, first time starting. He played well last year, but now it's about taking the next step. The game's slowing down, him processing coverages, understanding why we're attacking defenses the way we are. And where to go with the ball, go to the ball with or to. So anyway, he's done a really good job of processing those things, and the game has slowed down for him a lot. So we're really excited about what he can do this year.
Definitely, but the schedule picks up pretty quickly next week.
Yeah.
There at the Boneyard, you guys will be going to Griffith, a common week 0 opponent. I could ask you kind of about these first few weeks.
Sure.
Again, Duneland, you then open the season up here against a Chesterton squad that got the best of you last fall.
Oh, yeah.
Then you'll be going, I believe, to Portage. That's correct. That 3-week stretch, 3 quality opponents for sure. A couple on the road. Griffith, again, not a team that's definitely kind of on the upswing as of late. The 2 Duneland opponents. What do you kind of want to see from your guys? Maybe we could take it week by week. We could take it post week 2, but yeah, it doesn't start easy for you guys.
No, not at all. We want to win, obviously, at the end of the day, but we want to see a competitive spirit from our guys that we did not have last year, week 1 and 2. So, in terms of the physicality aspect, the competitive nature of the kids, we want to see that the next step in that process. Last year, obviously, both Chesterton and Maryville got the best of us, and it wasn't pretty, and we're well aware of that, and the kids are well aware of that. And so now going into year 2 here for me, it's about taking the next step and being matching that opponent physicality-wise. And, I think we saw that towards the end of the year last year against New Prairie, who's always a physical team.
Yep.
Now it's about doing that against some really quality opponents in Chesterton and Portage. Portage is going to be really good. They have a lot coming back. They're very talented on both sides of the ball. And so we're excited about the challenge, but that's going to be the biggest thing is physicality, being able to match them physicality-wise and in the trenches, and I think the rest will take care of itself.
To finish off our time here, Coach, the expectations and maybe any team goals. What's your kind of total assessment on what we should expect from this 2025 Hobart Bricky squad?
Yeah, I think obviously we want to play 15. That's everybody's goal, and be competitive week in and week out, and and take the outright conference championship. Obviously, win sectional, regional, semi-state, and do all those things. I think the biggest thing for us is staying healthy throughout the season. That's everybody's kind of thing, right? You want to stay healthy, and that gives you the best shot to win. But the big thing for our guys is taking it 1 week at a time. 1 week at a time, focus on what we can control, and the rest will take care of itself.
Let's have some fun, Coach. For Coach Eric Schreiber Jr., that's all we got from Hobart High School. I'm Mike Dewan with the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.